So, in addition to what I've said yesterday regarding the sick and evil Titanic view of me as the Little Prince or Lion King, I should add that this, of course, is the sick and evil view of the female Titans, not of their husbands or partners in the various intelligence agencies of the world. Of course, their view was much simpler. They understood very well what's going on, but they wanted me to be as poor and miserable as possible, and that all my money will be transferred directly to the Nazis in Israel because of two reasons. First of all, they wanted the stuff. And the Israelis ensured them that they will get it. Because if I would have any money at all, they knew that I had the chance. Maybe I decided not to give it to them. They didn't want me to be free, like to have any kind of freedom. Israelis ensured them that they will get the stuff. The billions will transfer to the Nazis in Israel. And I will get, as usual, advices. Mouses and tongues, tongues and mouses. And the second reason is that they wanted it to be quiet. Because they knew very well that when they transfer the money to Nazis, to scumbags, they will never speak about it freely. They wanted it to be their own little secret institution, special slavery institution. That's why I need to be the poorest person on earth, the most miserable person on earth. I need to lose not only my job, but all the money that I have, to be alone, to be in solitude. Nothing, don't even think about speaking about like a sexual relationship or romantic relationship. This is out of the question. It's actually illegal in Israel for robots. And of course, I should be like detached from my daughters, so I will be miserable. So I will give the Israeli Nazis everything, and I will get nothing in return, zero. That's the idea of the Israelis and also of other intelligence agencies around the world. That's their idea. One thing I don't understand, like, what happens to a person, like according to your mythology, that everything is taken from him? He has you can't threaten him with nothing. In what way can you threaten me? And believe me, the Shabakniks tried to threaten me for years, all day and all night. But we have long ago in a situation that there is nothing that I could be threatened with. What can you take from me that you have already not taken? You would have locked me like in a prison cell, like out of society without trial and without like any kind of like even democratic charade. But the reason that they don't do it is that they will never get the stuff that way. I need to make it like with my own, like out of my own volition. And certainly, now that they understand that they can even duplicate it in like 1,000 or 1,000,000 times more than even new. And that I cannot do like when I'm locked in a cell. So they have like a great idea. Let's lock him like in like some kind of facility can bring us everything, but he will still be the poorest and the most disgusting person on earth. So he will never have any other chance. That's the idea of the Israelis, and that's the idea of their cooperators all around the world. And the amazing stuff is that this evil continues even when the radiation continues. Even then, you see those comebacks. You see, they will always have the psychological upper hand. That's the genius of the Israeli intelligence. They know how to have the psychological upper hand. Now you see the upper hand here. We have here, in this bowl will have enough material that will probably save lives of many thousands of people around the world. And this is all goes to the cats. Because of the psychological upper hands, because of the Israeli genius, the Jewish genius of taking everything from the person that gives you everything, keeping him as poor as possible, as miserable as possible, take his daughters from him, so they will have the psychological upper hand. The psychological upper hand. It's very important that they will have the psychological upper hand, at least thousands of lives, literally down the drain. But the Israelis must maintain their psychological upper hand. They need to have the psychological upper hand. And this continues. And not an arm is moved and not a leg is moved. Only mouses and tongues.